What's poppin' and welcome back to another video. Today is Saturday, beginning of March, and like I said in the last video or 2 videos ago, we just finished the final version of the app. So now we're gonna get to one specific part, which is the beta test. However, as you may remember from the last time we did the test called the alpha test, we had like 4 or 5 participants out of the 19 which we originally recruited. So now I thought of one idea to encourage people to test this app, kind of, you know, force them to answer the questionnaire essentially. So let's do that first.
So I started off by making the actual questionnaire, and the thing I use for these questionnaires is Google Forms because it's pretty good, it's free, and you can send it to anyone, and there's no sketchy, link you gotta press in order to be taken to some weird questionnaire, those kinds of things that they ask you to fill out outside the supermarket in order to get a discount on your lemon juice that you're gonna be using for your whiskey sour later on. No, this is a legit form that you can put in Google, and there's nothing, no ifs and buts about it, no shady stuff. And I actually struggled to find what I was gonna ask these beta testers, like what kind of stuff do I need to know? Do I want to know what they think about the app? What about the product? What if not in the target market, etc, etc. But I came up with some pretty good questions after googling around, and then I brandified the form so that people can see that this is WonderSagas and it's on brand track. After this I headed over to my Visual Studio Code, and I had this genius idea where I was gonna implement the form inside of the app so that people can just press a button inside of the app and then be taken to the form. I had some issues with this because I used an outdated version of the plugin that you had to use to launch the URL, and then I had to restart the app entirely, and for me that was just a lot of waiting. And then after that I had finally done it. I had added a button to the profile page, so now if you head over to the profile page on the app, there's this fill out beta questionnaire, and you can fill out the questionnaire directly through the app. So hopefully this should encourage participation a lot more than it did before and make sure that a lot of more people test the app. After this, just one thing remained, and that was to upload the app to Xcode so that I could put it on test flight and then ultimately distribute it to people so that they can test it. Usually when I've uploaded this to Xcode, I've had so many issues to create the package for test flight, but this time it worked the first time so smoothly, and I was very surprised because this has never happened before. Typically there's so many bugs I need to resolve, things which have not been updated anymore, and things which are outdated now that I need to update, but this time it worked like a charm, and now it's available on the test flight for us to distribute to our beautiful beta testers. This was always the main obstacle, and let me tell you, was I happy. The last time I did this, I didn't really have anyone to help me test it. I had some family and some friends who turned out to not be such great family and friends because not a lot of them tested it. I have spoken to some of them, and some of them have agreed to help me this time, so we'll see if they stick to their guns this time or if they're as disappointing as they were the last time around. No, but all kidding aside, some of them were very helpful. I got a lot of feedback from one person, for example. You know who you are, shout out to you, my guy, thank you so much for the help. And I also got help from strangers last time, and hopefully this time we can get even more strangers, because as you know, my friends and my family are not really the target market for this app. So it will be interesting to see if we can get some testers who are actually in the target market, and I already have a couple from Fiverr actually, making relationships on Fiverr, mad things. But I also found some Reddit threads, etc, where you can get people to test your app, and I reached out to some people I know have kids who are kind of in the range, although they don't really speak the correct language since the app is in English and a lot of them speak Swedish. But nevertheless, I submitted to a lot of Reddit tests. I found some websites where you can submit your iOS or Android apps for beta and alpha testing, and people can join them if they want. You had to submit some kind of reward there though, and I don't really have the budget to reward anyone for participating, so I just said please, 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 and we will see if they agree. But after that I invited quite a lot of my friends manually, and I sent out a link. But then I thought, okay, I have been making these YouTube videos for quite a while, and I have 178 subscribers at the time of recording this, so I thought, can I do something in order to get these people to test the app? And what followed was probably the most cringe video I've made in my entire life. I pleaded to all of my 178 subscribers to test my app and give me some feedback, because I thought if they've been watching all of the videos, the least they can do is help me with the beta test, and I think a lot of them will think that it's fun as well. Or maybe you I should refer to, because I guess you're watching the video, so technically you're probably a subscriber, or maybe not, because the analytics show that most people who watch my videos are not subscribers, so please subscribe. But I made a short video that I put up on YouTube Shorts so that people can see it, and then hopefully they will agree to help me test the app. We shall see if this works or if it doesn't. I am not too hopeful since my shorts don't really tend to reach a lot of people. Then I upload it to YouTube and just hope that it will work from there.
Okay, so it's one day later after I did all of the razzle dazzle that I just showed in the screen recordings over there, and now we're gonna take a look if I've seen any results from all the beta test stuff that we've sent out. Looking at it quickly, it seems that from our Firebase analytics we had 11 users the past 30 days and 6 yesterday. So it seems like some people are testing the app, and we'll be seeing if we get some more submissions coming in over the next couple of days. If we look at App Store Connect, we can see that we have 30 testers, and all of the public link ones are actually ones that came from Reddit, and we can see that a few of them have already tested it already, so that's all good. Really happy about that. Now there's just one thing to do which remains, and that is to wait. Wait for people to test the app, wait for them to submit their feedback, and then after that we're gonna see what do we have to do, what do we have to work on, is it usable at all, do people like it, do they hate it, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm excited to see what they have to say, and now there's just one thing which remains to do until we see the results, and that is wait.